Hello everyone, welcome to our third English podcast with this guy, which is awesome. Hello Leonardo, thank you so much you came again with us.
Hey Alex, thank you for the invite again.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, man. People always ask it to record a video, so today's topic will be an answer for the asking. So I'd
Nice.
like to talk about music and how it can help us to learn English. So have you ever thought that music can help indeed people learn English?
Yes, for sure. At first, I would like to thank you that comment in the last video. Thank you to give us some ideas to talk about. Please comment below. which
Yeah,
topics you-
let us
you
know
want
what
to-
you think.
Yeah. So I think it helps a lot to understand English. Maybe sometimes you know the words, but you know how to use in a different way when you listen to music from people that are native to English.
Yeah, that is a point. That is a point. And I remember that some years ago, I used it to listen some singers, let's say some bands, and I had no idea what they were spoken about. Because I don't know how about you guys on the other countries, but here in Brazil, we have I should say, a custom to listen songs from the United States, listen American songs, listen English songs, British songs, or British bands, I would say. And we don't know exactly what they're speaking about, what they're talking about, because we don't, at that time, like 15 years ago, I didn't speak English. I don't know, I should say, I didn't know English at that time. And now, as I know, I'm trying to listen the same songs that I used to listen before, and oh man, what they are talking about. So,
Some music you discover that is better than you know,
Great.
because you know the meaning of the music. But some music is you think like, oh my god, that's it.
yeah, it happened with me, man. There are some
That's
like
insane.
the flow, like it's a dance, it's a hip hop music. Say something like I don't know. I think it's from Florida. Florida is the singer,
Okay.
the rapper that sings that song, And I don't remember exactly the rich part of each part of the song, but I remember that it's something like a woman, shake her ass into the
Yeah.
ground. And at that time, I thought, oh, that's awesome, that's awesome. And I didn't know what they were spoken about, so it's not my fault. But anyway, now we came here to practice our English and to understand, or try to help you understand how could you use songs and music to improve your speaking skills. So let's dive into today's talk. First of all, don't forget to subscribe, guys. As Leonardo said, what they should do, Leonardo?
Oh, please leave the like below and
Subscribe.
subscribe and
Right.
make a comment. What do you want to listen the next time?
Yeah, that's true. So the next time we will follow your tips, okay? As we did here, there were a few people that asked me on Facebook and some other groups to talk about music, and they asked me if music does work properly, like everyone said, So that is what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about this topic here. First question is gonna be for you, Leonardo. How has music influenced you learn a new language? So is that a thing that really helps you? Like when you start studying English, did you thought that music would be a tool to help you?
Yeah, for sure. At first, I think it helps a lot. At first, when you start to learn English, you discover another word.
Yeah.
You discover
Yeah, that's true.
other truths and other realities
Yeah.
that you know.
It's a new
what they are.
perspective.
Yeah,
It
it's
gives you a new perspective of life. Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure.
And after that, when the process to start learning English, uh, if you listen to English music, it helps a lot because it creates a lot of preferential rules to make a phrase complete. You memorize how you can speak that thing and meaning something
Yeah.
because you
To remember,
you remember. You
Yeah.
remember the music. Sometimes it's very common to me to remember a phrase on the music and helps me to express myself.
Well, that's a great point. But let us know here, guys, in the comments below. Is that you a person, or is you a person that like to listen song while you are driving your car, while you are on the gym, doing some things? Are you a type of person that do that? Because if you does these things, like listen to song while you're driving, during your commuting time, like get in your car to your house until your workplace, that is a perfect time to practice your speaking skills and to use that time study English. In order to study English, you can just put a song that you love it and try to understand that music.
Yeah.
I did that a lot.
Also practice the verbal
you can sing.
pronunciation.
You can sing in your car.
Yeah, you're alone, but you can try to talk in English just singing.
Yeah. There's no. People say, I will be crazy, or I will feel like crazy if I sing by myself. People will tell you, what is...
It's awesome.
Yeah, I did that.
I do it a lot in Portuguese and English.
Great. So just write down the first tip. So start using your commuting time, start using your gym time to listen to some songs that really interest you. And try to understand the lyrics without subscribing, just like by ears, That is the first tip. I know it's hard. Sometimes I didn't understand because there are many types of song, and in the middle of the song, and among them, there are many slangs.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit hard at times to understand, but I'm sure, like you said, sometimes the context will help you understand the context.
And nowadays, the most of the platforms that you can check the subtitles in the time of the music, so it's so much easier to when you're listening to the music, it appears like the subtitles in the phrase that's going to be said in this time, black.
Okay, it's easy to understand, so you can, like if you were watching a video, for instance. It's the same if you're watching a video, and click on subtitles on, and you leave the lyrics appears in the screen.
The lyrics, and it's gonna be like, I can show you. It's like when the singer is going to sing that phrase appears like in black,
okay, it's like karaoke.
Yeah,
it's like karaoke, like it's a highlight,
Yeah,
the words that he's singing is highlighted by the change colors, I know it's exactly like karaoke. I do karaoke sometimes. I watch in my TV. My son, my daughter, we also try to sing some songs. Like my daughter likes to sing songs like, remember the Blue Moon, we should say, Blue Light, which say Crepúsculo in Portuguese, the movie.
Okay.
And there are like a song from that woman that sang something like heart beats fast, colors and promises. So that's very
Sheeran, I think.
I don't know. No, it's not Sheeran. It's from Annie. I don't know her last name, but I know it's Annie someone thing. I will share that. I will leave the link below here for the people check out that song, which is good because those songs are a little bit slower. That is easier to start getting the way they pronounce, because when you are singing, it's not the same way when you are speaking. They pronounce it in a different way, in a different speed. That is the tough situation. Now, next question here. Do you think that listening songs is an effective way to improve pronunciation and vocabulary? So, how can we use a song to improve our vocabulary and to improve our pronunciation? As you just said.
I think it's about you can create new lines to create a phrase just because you know that phrase exists in a music or something like that. You're not creating something wrong, and it helps a lot. And to remember too, because when you listen to music you like, you create an effective way to this music, So this phrase will be effective to you, so it's easier to remember too.
Sure.
So I think these both ways are very good.
And also, songs has an interesting way to get or to move our emotions, like to play with our emotions. Like when you are hard, when you are feeling bad, you may put a rock to level up your emotions at the time, your feelings. But when you are sad, you're gonna, maybe listen to sad music or things like that. But sometimes it will remark you much better than a book that you are reading. That's exactly. Now, let's jump for the third question. Can you share a song that helped you learn from a specific word or phrase in English. Like, could you remember some phrase that you, for instance, in my case, I would say like simple plan. I started learning English when I first understand English. I was watching simple plan videos on YouTube, and I remember, oh, that simple plan was playing when I was like 16, 17 years old at the time, and now I can finally understand. Then, like, there are some phrases like, do you ever feel breaking down? Do you ever feel out of place? So those phrases, it was hard at the time to understand, but now it's easy. And how about you?
It's very difficult to remember at first, right? But some music I really like to listen. As I was talking to you about Bruno Mars, there's a lot of lyrics that
I'm a huge fan as well.
So interesting. There's one music that I really like to sing at home, and it's a love song, but it's so beautiful. It's from.
It's not like that. I unzip your dress and watch you fall.
No, it's not from Bruno Mars.
Yes, it's not from. I thought it was from Bruno Mars. But do you know that song? That song I sing. Do you know like I unzip your dress and let it fall, while I kiss your naked shoulder. You know, he's singing like he's undressing his dress and let's just kiss till we're naked. They thought Versace on the floor. The music, the name of the song is Versace on the floor. That's a beautiful song of him.
One music I really like from Bruno Mars is Grenade.
Grenade, I heard. Yeah, I already listened to that song.
And one music that is very slow, but it's beautiful. It's so much beautiful. It's not from Bruno Mars, but it's a great example. You can try to listen and understand.
Grenade, I will look
It's
who is the singer?
It's from John Legend. It's All of Me. All of Me. It's very slow. The music is very beautiful. It's very
it's like
passionate.
Ed Sheeran. It's like Ed Sheeran song.
Yeah,
Ed Sheeran song is a
it's
romantic way.
It's very good to listen.
So guys, as you saw and you probably feel it, there are many songs that really catch our minds, that really stays in our minds. And that is the trick, you know. If that song stays in your mind for a long time, the words that you learn from it will stay also. So you can remember those words from the song that you love it, and also, meanwhile, learn and develop your speaking skills and your vocabulary.
One music I really like too, it's from Maroon 5. It's Cold.
Maroon 5. Cold.
It's like cold enough to bring my bones. It feels like I don't know you anymore.
Oh, great.
It's
this
like
phrase. This phrase I remember. But Coldplay, Maroon 5, there are many, like The Weather. Sugar. Now that is one of the beautiful songs, and I really love that song. You know,
it's a mainstream song.
The clip of the music is about, it starts about their visiting many weddings that were happening on that day on the city. They just decided, oh, today we're gonna visit how much weddings did you can during the 24 hours, and they start appearing in a lot of weddings singing. That was awesome. Again, that is about learn. That is what is we have learned English throughout songs. That is about it. You know, that's what is about it. And the last question, because unfortunately we have no more time. The last question that I'd like to ask you here. So let me jump for the last one. If you could choose one English song that represents your English learner journey, which would it be and why? I think that it's hard to choose one song. That question was sent for us here, so I would say that there are many songs. I'm eclectic, that people say. People say that those guys that don't like one specific genre of music, they like all of them. That means we are eclectic. So how about you? Do you have any specific song that really makes you remind that your English is increasing, makes you remind that you are an ESL right now? ESL, it's an English second language, they say. So is there any song that really reminds you? In my case, I don't think so. I said about Simple Plan. You already said about Bruno Mars and Maroon 5, which I think is better. But how about a song, specific song that you choose to represent you right now as an English student, an English speaker?
It's very difficult to choose a song like this. I don't know. I don't know how.
Yeah. Guys, we were thinking about it, I promise you, and we're gonna come back here in the next video and we're gonna share a specific song that really can represent us for you. But that was a hard and a tough question. I would say that we must think about, because again, this video will spread all over the world, and we don't want it to be ashamed about the videos that we spoke before. So now I would say that, guys, the question, I think it was really answered here. Is that possible learn English throughout music, throughout songs? What do you think, Leonardo?
Yeah, for sure. I think it helps a lot. Of course, only music won't make you know how to
Fluent?
Yeah, it won't be. But there's no way that you do one thing and you learn English. You need to do a lot of things.
It's a combo.
Things. Yeah.
There are many things together.
Yeah. That's it. But it helps a lot.
Sure.
As the way watching movies helps a lot. Having conversation helps a lot too.
Yeah.
So
if you may put a percentage of songs which percentage it represents in an English learning process, how much does it represent it in an English process? So let's take from 0 to 100. So like 15%, 10%. I think something like 10 to 15%.
I will change the answer and the question. I will turn to not the learning English thing, but the maintenance of my English. I think maybe 13, 14% of the maintenance of my vocabulary, my English level, it's about the music.
Oh, great!
Because
that's powerful.
Listening and sometimes singing, as you see, it was terrible, but singing too, it helps a lot to remember and keep alive how to speak English.
Great.
So this is a good way to keep it in mind.
Keeping English lives and the words filling your mind. Filling your mind.
And in the way you're learning English, it will help a lot to keep it too. Like, okay, today in this class I've learned about cars, and then you listen to music about cars, and this will help you
with car vocabularies. That's it.
Yeah, and start to remember every time.
Today's podcast or today's conversation was about learning English throughout songs, and that I hope you pick up some ideas or pick up some examples here. But anyway, the question, or the first main question was, is it possible to learn English using songs? I think, as Leo already answered you, yes, indeed, it is totally possible. Absolutely. Okay, it can help remind and review the vocabularies that you already learned. And the next video, maybe we could talk about cars. Maybe we would talk about say planes, airplanes, airports. How could you talk in airports? What is the hardest thing to know in English or to express in English in airports, for instance? That could be other talk, and probably there are other talks will also help you to understand new vocabularies. Okay, so guys, today's video will be ended here, and I really appreciate your time again, Leo. It was awesome to have this chat with you. I know we could do a little bit further, but unfortunately we are, I should say, with a lack of time here. But maybe next video we could do a little bit better. So thank you so much, Leo. It was a great honor to have you here and to talk with sounds about you. And I didn't expect that we were singing something here. We tried. I know we are so bad at that.
I'm sorry about you guys. You need to listen me singing. I'm terrible. Even in English, it's worse. But okay.
We tried. That's why we came here for. So don't worry. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. And don't forget, please, leave the comments below what you think and what you'd like to see here in the next videos. That's going to be really useful. And for sure, maybe you can see your topic here in the next video. Okay? Like this one, word music. Thank you so much. See you next time.